Hi everyone, I'm Jewel, and today of course is Thursday, December the 5th, 2019, and it's time to check out the weather together with all the weather news. The news that you can use. This is the NAM 12K Near Surface Reflectivity Map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits, and you know what's going to happen now? Well, it's looking like we got some light snow expected for the Great Lakes region into the northeast. Unsettled weather for the Four Corners region today, moving eastward toward the south central and southeastern U.S., and precipitation chances are on the increase for the west coast by tomorrow. We got all of this stuff coming up. I'm going to tell you all about it in just a second. If you haven't subscribed and you're into the weather, please do so, folks. I would appreciate it so very much. Just click the icon in the bottom right-hand corner, then click the bell, and then check off all to subscribe and make sure you get all the latest weather, news, forecasts, watches, warnings, anything pertaining to the weather that I put out. I would appreciate it so very much. And don't forget to comment, like, all that good stuff you do for me, and share this with your family and friends. I appreciate it a lot if you do that for me. This is the NAM map, and I'm going to turn it on and let it roll and tell you what you can expect today through Saturday, what it's looking like for the next 3 days. And I also want to encourage you to stick around because it's looking like we could have some really bad weather down in these areas here. Okay? From Texas all the way across up in these areas. The problem is the models are not running together saying the same thing. The European model is much slower, saying one thing, where the GFS map is saying another thing. It's going to be coming up later on. It's a little too far out to tell right now, but I want to show this to you, and we'll keep up on it as a few days go by to see what happens with it. You need to be aware of this. Now, this is courtesy of Tropical Tidbits map, and it's looking like the reasonably quiet weather that we had yesterday, it is expected for the end of the week compared to what we have had over the past couple of days. Now, snow is expected to fall across the Great Lakes and into the northeast. This is all due to the lake enhancement, and then we got a clipper system that's going to move across those regions too. And this is going to make total snowfall accumulations generally around 1 to 3 inches, with some accumulations up to 6 inches. Precipitation is forecast for the Four Corners region today behind a surface low pressure. A few winter weather advisories remain in effect for the central and southern Rockies through this afternoon. Now, this low is going to move eastward, and then rain showers and a few thunderstorms will develop across the southern plains to lower middle Mississippi Valley areas this evening, spreading into the Tennessee Valley and southeast for tonight into tomorrow. Now, the rainfall totals should generally be kind of low, half an inch or under. Then we got an upper level low. It's spinning over the eastern Pacific, and it's going to cause a front to slowly approach the west coast tomorrow. Precipitation should increase on the west for tomorrow, and that should last into Saturday, with locally heavy rain and some localized flooding forecast for the lower elevations of northern California. Snow is likely in the higher elevations of the Shastas and the Sierra Nevada, and by Saturday the precipitation then is going to spread into the Intermountain West. Generally, dry conditions should persist elsewhere over the U.S., but we still got that pesky, stagnant air that could lead to air quality concerns over the west coast to the Intermountain West. Warmer than average temperatures over the southern central plains to Mississippi Valley for today. They're going to cool down tomorrow after a cold frontal passage. So that's what it's looking like for the next 2 to 3 days. Now here is the entire lower 48. Remember, blue dotted lines, colder air coming down. Red dotted lines are warmer air, okay? Now, I told you yesterday, I showed you a map, it's going to be warmer. It is. It's going to take a while, but cold air will come down after a while, of course, but we're going to have a couple of mild days coming up, so we're just going to click this through a little bit. What's going to happen later on, it's looking like a low is trying to spin up in the Gulf, and that could possibly bring some really nasty weather. But you can see those red dotted warm lines are hanging around in portions of north. This is on the 7th, Saturday. North Carolina all the way through Texas here, going all the way over to Southern California. You can see them. That's what you need to look at. And then the blue line starts to go up and out. This is the next one. This is the one coming in Monday that's going to start to cool down a little bit. But the warm air, as you can see, is still hanging around here through Tuesday, going right on up into parts of New Jersey, going up and out. You need to pay attention because something's going to come up. And this system is going to bring some snow with the lake effect snows at this point on the 11th for next Wednesday also, as this is the Clipper system that kind of swoops down, brings a little snow, not a whole lot, looking like to West Virginia, Pennsylvania, parts of New York, and it's looking like rains right off the coast around New York City, Long Island, and southern New Jersey. But this is what I want you to watch. Still got that warmer air, as you can see. This is next Thursday, the 12th, down in here. Now, when I say warm air, I don't mean it's going to be short weather, okay? I'm saying it's going to be average or a little above average. It's going to be warmer than it is up where these blue dotted lines are. That's what we need to pay attention to. Now, as we move on, you can see we got a system coming up. We got some freezing rain. Now, the European model has this coming in further over here, and it has it more as rain because it's in this warmer line. They're not running together. We're going to have to wait and see what happens because this is next Friday. It's a little far out right now, but if this GFS model is right, we could have some very nasty weather coming in, folks. Look at this. This is severe thunderstorms down around Louisiana. But we got this freezing rain line from Texas all the way to parts of Georgia. We got snow up here. It's not real heavy yet, but it looks a little heavy right around Arkansas. We got freezing rain and heavier snow in western Tennessee. All the way across the state of Tennessee, just about, we got some freezing rain, except for the southern sections as we move on along. It doesn't get any better. And see, I told you it was going to be a low that would form. There it is right there. South Carolina, northern South Carolina, freezing rain. We got snow and freezing rain from the Piedmont to the west in North Carolina. You can see it for yourselves. This could be a bad, bad storm if this does materialize. Look at this. My goodness gracious. And it goes right on up. And you can see the red lines bringing rain. This bluer slips down in here. Still warmer out in these areas right along the coast by the 16th. But this is what it's looking like here. So I just wanted to show you this. It's a little far out, but if it does materialize, it is going to cause havoc in these areas. I mean havoc. It's going to be a lot of ice. Ice is worse than snow. There's going to be snow. It's going to be rain. It's going to be a nasty situation again. So please stay with me. Keep up with me. I will bring you more on this system. If it does looks like it's going to materialize or not, but if it doesn't, I'll tell you, if it does, you need to be aware now for travel plans if you have any. And now back to today's weather. Severe thunderstorm activity. Do we have any? Well, there's thunderstorms that are possible tonight and early tomorrow morning, Friday morning, mainly across Arkansas. There doesn't seem to be any risk of severe weather with these thunderstorms, though. No tornadoes, no downdraft winds, no hail, but you do have that chance of a thunderstorm popping up from northern Louisiana, northeastern Mississippi, down in eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, and the majority of the state of Arkansas. And that's your weather for today. Please subscribe, click the bell, all that good stuff you do for me. I thank you so much. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Peace, love, and kindness to all. Thanks so much for watching.